think that's fair. I thought we started off pretty well. First 15 minutes, kind of had a couple opportunities there. They're able to kind of come and get a chance on us and go up 1-0. From there, I think it's a combination of things. I think I don't think we handled our defensive shape well enough. And sort of being able to, I would say, control the wide areas. And then it kind of dominoes from there. And I think, as a part of us, I don't think we had a great response after that either. So I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity to kind of learn from this experience coming out here against a really good team. I mean, I think we have to give Seattle a lot of credit as well. As much as, maybe we didn't have our best game. I thought they played really well. They competed really well, especially through the midfield. Disappointed. Everybody in the locker room's disappointed, but I think for us, it'll be a lot of opportunities to learn and bounce back.
Go ahead if you have another, Ben.
Yeah, and then I wanted to ask about two kind of lineup choices, switching Patrick and Eddie in the starting lineup, and then just the rationale behind the changes at halftime and kind of what the plan was there.
Yeah, for us, it was just Eddie and Patrick just kind of getting a rotation going. Eddie puts in a lot of miles on his body, so we thought it was an opportunity to kind of give Patrick a chance to play, and go from there. So nothing more than a little bit of, I would say, squad rotation. At halftime we changed the shape, so a lot of those changes were tactical. To get Josh Bauer on the field to go to a 5 in the back, to try to get Jacob Schaffelberg on the field to get us 3 up front, and somebody that could potentially try to stretch behind them.
Jacob, James, and ask you if you have them.
Yeah, BJ, Chris Applewhite made his MLS debut today for you guys. I guess what did that moment mean for him? And I guess what were you looking to see from him, and what did you see from him?
Yeah, I think listen, anytime we can give a young player a debut, it's a big opportunity. It's something that Chris has earned. It wasn't given to him, and I think it's something that today, even though the result didn't go our way, the entire club can be proud of. A player that came through the academy, came through the second team, and now made his first team debut. I think for me, what he was able to do is a difficult situation. He was certainly challenged. He took the information onto the field. I think he showed that he was composed on the ball. And I thought for his first time playing, he made a good first impression.
And after a loss, and a loss like this, is there do you anticipate there to be maybe more competition for roles, or maybe more fluidity and maybe your lineup choices going into next week than there normally is, or does that stay the same?
I mean, we kind of have the same process week in and week out to evaluate the game and have competition in the group. That when you don't put in a good performance, obviously that's part of our process in evaluating. But we'll go through it. We'll go through it starting tonight and kind of get back at it next week, and we'll put the best team out there versus Chicago when we come back home in Jodas.
Blair?
Yeah, BJ, you mentioned the shape change in the second half and going to a back 5 or 3, however you want to say it. But did you get what you wanted from that? I guess from that shape, did you see the results of that change?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to change it right, on the fly and do it. I thought the guys settled into it decently. It was for us to try to eliminate some of the wide, the ability to play out in the wide areas and get some pressure earlier to the ball. Overall, I think it neutralized it for a period of time, and once the game opens up, we're trying to go for goals and they're counterattacking. So then the game gets more transitional at that moment, and I would still say we needed to after the first 15 minutes and beyond, we still needed to be much better in both transition phases.
And just on the 3 goals that you conceded, they came in a short period of time, 15 minutes or so, I think, in 3 goals. Is that from your end just individual mistakes here and there, or is it something that structurally you guys need to work at?
I mean, I think it's I don't really know how to answer that question structurally. I think we conceded goals in transition tonight, off of some turnovers. I think, collectively as a group, we need to be better in those moments. And I think we missed opportunities to execute in offensive transition as well. So, everyone's gonna attack, everyone's gonna defend, and we're gonna win as a group, and we're gonna lose as a group. And we're gonna constantly continue to just try to improve and get better.
Thank you, BJ. Thanks, guys.